This is the living room. It's pretty big, it's lovely. We've got a table where we sometimes eat dinner, but most of the time we just eat it on the couch because we're slobs. This is the hall where you can see our home rules. So they're pretty, they do cover all bases. So there's no smoking in our flat. We both contribute money to like shared home necessities. And then this list is for the recycling, and it shows who took stuff out. This is the list of who vacuums. It's pretty short. We tend to share most crockery, but we do have our own mugs. So these are my mugs, and they're very clean. And these are Katie's mugs. Do you want to rent? Do you want to buy? Do you want to live closer to the uni or to the city centre? Whether you're going to be living with friends or somebody completely random, here are a few tips which will hopefully help to make your living situation a happy one. I live in a private flat and there's only 2 of us here, and I'm really, really happy. And the reason that I'm so happy here is because we're really good at communicating with each other and respecting each other's boundaries and personal space. Like it's mostly just about basic respect, but it's interesting. But it can, you know, these things can really slip if they're not asserted. Always make sure that you and your flatmate are capable of keeping open a frank dialogue about things like chores, guests, bills. If you're not a very confrontational person, I understand that that can seem daunting, but it's really important to keep everything out in the open when you're living with somebody who isn't a member of your family, because unlike your family, they haven't had years to learn how to understand you and how to live with you. Live with friends. But do try to avoid dating your flatmates. I do know a few people who've ended up in a situation where, particularly if they're living in halls, they meet somebody who happens to live in the same building as them and it gets really messy. And finally, it's actually really important to know your rights as a tenant. Like there are a few things I didn't know until one of my friends unfortunately had a really bad situation with her landlord. Things like landlords can only ask for up to 2 months rent in advance. You have the right to live in a property in a good state of repair if you're renting, so if anything's broken, it is actually your landlord's responsibility to fix it, not yours. The landlord can't just turn up at your flat for an inspection, they have to give at least 24 hours notice. Anyway, I hope knowing all of this helps you out, and I hope that you have a really happy living situation. Good luck!